Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Carolina Panthers. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. From the 6. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with second and a yard. Back to throw here. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
Partner, he got the DB on his horse on that play. He certainly sold like it was going to be a deep route before breaking it back on the comeback towards the sideline.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
First down, and they go back to Harris. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On second down, it's Harris, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Now back to throw. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
They go play action here on first down. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers have taken a first quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. And he fires one incomplete.
He had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limited to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. On 2nd and 10. Rodgers, he's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. And they're able to get this one across the 35. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. There to stop him, Terrell Edmunds. This defense for the Steelers, much improved from week one. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller.
Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll set up to throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Deontay Johnson, 30 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. Flush to his right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. Rodgers now to throw. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Boy, that one was well read defensively, and this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive, because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Eluding and a big loss here as he's taken down.
T.J. Watt, the All-Pro, in there to take him down.
You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. On the give, this is Harris. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Someone's looking fresh, and this O-line is definitely licking their chops. Everyone likes to run block. If you're an offensive lineman, nice early burst, nice gain too.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They hand this off to Harris. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They run the counter. It's Harris. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Four yards remain for 2nd down.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
52 yards on the ground for him so far.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll run on 1st down. Harris. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15, a gain of 3.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw here. This is caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Harris. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Again, it's Harris. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball 3rd time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
Now from back at the 5, this is 3rd and goal. He'll drop to throw. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. Will Dissly, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, it's Rodgers. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. That catch good for only a couple.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
Now this one complete on the slant route. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 23.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And again, it's Rodgers. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On the ground, McCaffrey. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Oftentimes when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
Escaping the pressure right. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. And no hesitation about this decision here. Confidently, they're going to go for this. 4th and goal from the 3. Throwing is Rodgers. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Panthers 7.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. And he's not going to go anywhere as they get him down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
These two teams making their last-minute adjustments. The second half coming your way from Pittsburgh. And to bring it to you, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now, they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
At the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. He's going to look deep for more. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. Hey, you need a big play? Go to your big play guy.
Listen, that's football 101. When you have to have it, you expect that guy to step up. A lot of people call these receivers divas. Sometimes just leadership when they get in the huddle and say, get me the ball. I'm about to make a big play.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And a short gain down to about the 33. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble. Touchdown, Panthers. Tommy Trimble, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
2nd and 8 coming up. He'll look to throw. He gets it left side to Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They'll run with Harris, and he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. The hit comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And we know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that looks like an extra step was involved.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. They run with Harris. That's on the guard, Laken Tomlinson. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. They'll drop to throw. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
2nd and 20. This is Harris. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Rodgers. His throw incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Well, the terrible towels here at Heinz Field out in full force. Here's 3rd and long. Here's Rodgers to throw. He's going to look deep for more. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Give them maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. 2nd and 9. They're going to look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll set up a throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown of this 3rd quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also in letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down now 24-14. Work to do as they come up on a 1st and 10. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Nice job, nice patience right there. Put him on the right side, let him work his way across, put the ball in his hands, and let him work his way upfield with a catch.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. And his throw here's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
A 2nd and 10 forthcoming here. 3rd quarter action in the Steel City of Pittsburgh, PA. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And he slings one that's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Well, the terrible towels here at Heinz Field out in full force. Here's 3rd and long. Rodgers again now. Flush to his right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Had to pass there. 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
39 yards on the punt. Give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here. 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 26-yard line.
Ball at the 26, 2nd and 7. Here's Harris. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Looking to throw. Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 12-yard line.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll set up to throw. That's swung out wide to Harris. And here he'll get it down to the 7. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. As a quarterback, Charles, you have to imagine that he knew that heat was coming there on that snap. And this time, the pressure forces him into an interception.
Absolutely he knew. And maybe that's a spot in other parts of the game. He's going to think about just throwing that one away. But down late in the 4th quarter, he has no choice, no luxury. He's got to try and make a play. And even with that pressure around him, he tried to complete it downfield to no avail.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Mike 46. Mike 46. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Now here's another carry for Harris. And a short gain here down to the 22. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
43 is the mark, boy. 43. Check.
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they've got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them, use your timeouts, easier to move.
And in for the Steelers touchdown. Will Dissly, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Steelers are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone, this guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes. Carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. The extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. This taken in at the goal line. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got Anderson right side. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. throwing again on second down. Rodgers. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Rodgers now on first down. There's Tremble, the tight end. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On first down, Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And again, it's Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete passer we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And they will take a knee.